You can swing.
There's the swing. Hello, and welcome to Keeping Up with the Defenders, episode 11. As always, we have a really fun episode for you, hopefully. Before we start, though, here's a couple of things that we need to mention. One, we will not have an episode on Friday, this coming Friday, as in 2 days from now. It is graduation. Tom and I are seniors. We're graduating. So, because of that, we're just not going to have an episode for us and all the other seniors, I guess. Also, I'll be putting up a poll sometime later today that will be asking if you guys think we should keep the show going over the summer. If we do, here's some things that will happen. One, the time that we film will or slash go live will probably be different. More than likely later in the day because we will both be working. Two, we are probably gonna have to do less episodes a week, maybe one or two rather than three. So if you would like that, I'll be putting up a poll that basically is saying yes or no if you're okay with this. Hopefully you guys are okay with that, and we will keep the show going for as long as we can, or as long as people show interest in watching it or being on the show. Tom, do you have anything else to
We
add?
we didn't talk about this before we went live, so I'm just pitching this to Jason right now.
Sure.
We also might just do one guest per episode and then just have a short episode.
I'm okay with that. I mean, if you guys
That
are okay with shorter, like maybe 15-minute, 20-minute episodes rather than the longer ones, then we can definitely do that. Plus, it also makes the show go longer because we would have less guests, so we would be dealing with less people per episode. As we're talking about this now, it sounds like a good idea, so I would be okay with that. Do we have anything else to talk about before we start? We wouldn't know because Tom is currently frozen. He's having internet problems, so it's hard to say whether or not he is with us right now. He can probably hear us, but I don't think, I mean, obviously, as you can see, he is complete. Oh,
people
oh, he sounds like a robot now. Tom, I can't hear anything you're saying. Other than that, you sound like a robot, which is kind of cool. You're back? Maybe. Nope. He was back, and now he's gone. Hello. Are you back now?
Yeah.
Perfect. Are we good?
Yeah. Sorry about that. I'm in a new place.
You are. The color is blue instead of purple this time in the background. Okay, anyways, I think are we ready to get started?
Yes.
Okay, so in case you didn't see the Instagram or anything like that, our guest today is Chef Nick from the Commons. I'm going to add him real quick and also put it on our Instagram that we're live.
Good work.
Thank you. Hello and welcome.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Are you living your best life?
Yeah, something. Yeah.
I've never been to your house. Not that
No.
that would be a weird thing, but I'm excited. I'm excited. It's cool to see that.
Yeah.
It's like
I
it's
was
like
at
when
work
you were.
earlier, but I came home for this call, so.
Do you have to go back to work tonight?
No, Jake's there tonight, so we're good to go.
Okay.
Nice.
Where have you
that
been? I
answers
haven't
one of the
seen you in a few
questions.
days.
Yeah, it's like seeing like your principal outside of school, kind of.
Right.
So I love that. Are you ready for your interview?
Whenever you are, sir.
All right. We'd like to know, one, how long you've been working for Dort or
Okay.
for creative dining at Dort, and then two, what brought you to Dort?
Okay. So it was 6 years in January. So what is that? 6 years and 5 months or whatever. And so I was in Michigan when I heard about the job here, and creative dining is really big in Michigan. They're a great company to work for. So that I lived in Iowa for a while when I was younger, and I could move back, and I wanted to get in with creative dining. So here we are.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Pretty simple. Yeah.
Yeah, simple
That's awesome.
but good. Now, I also on our Instagram page, I polled people to ask you questions that hopefully they would give good questions for, and we got way more than I was actually expecting. So
To be
basically,
clear, you got more questions from the audience than the president did.
So, needless to say, you're a pretty big deal.
See, he's so open. He answers all the questions. They just don't have any more for him. That's why.
That's probably true.
Yeah.
But so basically, I'm going to be asking audience questions. Tom is going to be asking different questions that are more like personal and about you. So the first audience question that we received was, when you're cooking, what songs or / jams do you like to listen to, or do you just cook in silence?
Oh, that's kind of a loaded question. So when I'm alone in the kitchen, or when we have a smaller group of team members there, we listen to music. Typically, I put on 2 cellos on Pandora, so it's a lot of instruments. But they do a lot of modern hits on the classical way, so I like that. Otherwise, it's country, just because it's safe and I don't have to worry about it being inappropriate for the most part.
Yeah, that's a good answer. I mean, you can't go wrong with either of those, I think. Plus, I think cooking in silence is definitely way more boring.
It depends. It's when there's a larger group, it just adds too much noise. It's just
true.
Too much. You got ovens and pans, and then you got music on top of that. You're trying to be loud over top of the music and everything else. It just doesn't work for us.
That's fair. Can you tell us? I want to know about you. I want to know the man behind or beneath the chef hat. Tell us your favorite movie or favorite movies, and then your favorite childhood book.
Okay. All right. So I don't think it's too much of a surprise. I'm a huge Star Wars nerd. So I would say my favorite movie series is going to be Star Wars. We're going to specifically say Episode 6. It's probably my favorite.
That's a good one.
Yep. Ferguson, enough. Sorry, Ferguson's left. Come here. Enough. Anyway, so my favorite book is going to be Mr. Popper's Penguins.
Ooh, great book.
I love it.
Yeah, for my childhood, yeah.
Now, moving on to another audience question. Do you have a favorite holiday feast that you prepare, whether that be Thanksgiving, Christmas, or any of those?
The Hawaiian thing.
The Hawaiian night, that.
Yeah, I would say my favorite holiday is going to be Christmas, just from cooking. I'm not a big fan of Thanksgiving because it's expected to have turkey, and I don't really like turkey, right? So Christmas is probably more fun for me just because there's not so many traditions, right? You can have beef, ham, turkey, whatever. It doesn't matter. You can do lasagna. It's more fun, I think. So I'd say that's my favorite holiday to promote.
Wonderful. We'd like to know, so we know your favorite holiday to prepare for. What is your favorite meal to prepare, period? Like, what do you like? I just love cooking this. It doesn't have to be.
What type of food?
Yeah, it doesn't have to be something that you serve at door. It can just be like, I just like cooking whatever it is.
I like to do different things. I would say Italian is probably one of my more favorite cuisines. I like gnocchi. I like all that kind of stuff. German is a lot of fun too. So I guess those would be my two. German and Italian would probably be my favorite cuisines. Are you looking for a specific food?
Sure.
You can tell me what's your favorite Italian and German dish.
So I really like rouladen and spatzel, which is so rouladen is beef that's been pounded thin. You put bacon and you roll it up, and you put a piece of bacon in the middle. You roll it up and then roast it in the oven. Serve it with brown gravy, different spices, and then spatzel is like a German dumpling. So those are probably my two favorite German dishes. Italian, I really like lasagna, and a good lasagna. You can't get much. I don't know. It's just, you know what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, another audience member would like to know what the recipe is for those delightful almond bars.
I saw that. They're gonna have to be a little more specific because I'm not sure which one they're talking about. There's several almond bar type things that we make. My assumption is they're talking about the ones that are kind of yellow, and then they have almonds kind of on top of them. And if they email me, I'm more than happy to share the recipe with them, but I don't have that with me today.
Oof. Okay. Well, that at least you're willing to share it because you're not one of those people who are like, it's a secret. No one will know.
Well, I do have those as well, but not that one. We're willing to share that.
Now, what's a meal from your childhood that you think back fondly about?
That's tough because my mom is I'm very similar to my mom. We don't like to cook the same things all the time. So my mom was continually doing new recipes. I can't say that we really ate the same thing a lot, but when my mom would make spaghetti and meatballs, I think that's probably that was one of the things she made more often, right? For us, it was more just getting together as a family at the end of the day and just sharing a meal. So I don't know that it was the meal specifically that's fond, or if it's just the whole experience. She also used to make egg rolls from scratch, and those were always delicious.
Were there meat in your egg roll, or were they like vegetarian egg roll?
There was pork, ground pork. Yeah,
those are good.
Yeah, sometimes you give us the vegetarian ones at the Commons, and it always throws me off.
They're still good though, aren't they?
They are very good.
Well, then what's the problem?
Yeah, come on, Tom.
That's okay. Fair enough.
And I believe you're talking about the spring rolls, and yes, we have to have options for everyone, right? So as long as you still think they taste good.
No, I agree. I'm just, when you bite into something that's not what you expect, sometimes it's a surprise. It's still delicious. It's just a different delicious.
I get it. I understand what you're saying.
Okay, now this next one is probably the least serious question that we received. But it's still cooking related, and it's if you were a tiny rat chef, I assume he's referring to Ratatouille, who needed to prove his talents, what dish would you prepare?
I mean, wouldn't you make ratatouille, right? Because that's so iconic now.
Ooh, yeah.
Eggplant, squash, tomatoes, a delicious sauce, maybe a little saffron.
So if you weren't a little rat chef and you were just a man chef and you had to prepare one dish to blow away the audience, not the audience, the people, I guess.
Some would say critics. It depends on who you're presenting
the
to.
Critics.
So, the question goes a lot of different ways, right? It depends on what who is the critic? Is it someone you're trying to get a job from? What type of a restaurant are you applying to?
It's Jason and I.
It's us.
You and Jason. All right. Yep. So for you and Jason, I'm going to do something home style, right?
Ooh, I like that. Okay.
That has great flavor. It's delicious, but it's not, what would you say, hoity-toity, right? Because you don't care about 15 different layered ingredients. You want something that tastes good, that fills your belly, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to go something simple, probably a steak, mashed potatoes, some sort of a vegetable, roasted. You're showing a lot of skill between the cooking of the steak to the proper temperature, as well as the flavors in the mashed potatoes. Some sort of a nice garnish, maybe a gaufrette potato, which is a crispy fried thin piece of potato. So you've got those elements that are the wow, the crisp, the crunch. You want to evaluate, make sure you have acid, sweetness, fat, flavor, all those things, heat. You need to have all those different flavors in the dish. So really, I would look at the balance, make sure the flavors are there. But really, you're going to look at your audience. Who are you trying to feed? I'm not trying to feed some high up person. I'm trying to feed two guys looking for a solid meal that tastes good, right?
True.
That was the perfect answer. I'm
really
sold.
Was. Is it me or is it you?
It's you.
It's
Audience
me.
question.
Okay, we're back with another one. A lot having to do with different recipes and stuff. But does Dort Dining make its own chocolate chip cheesecake bars?
Yes.
Yes, they do. I assume they will want the recipe. So if they watch it, I assume you'll get an email about it.
Send me an email. That's
more
fine.
than likely.
I employ a full-time baker. Her name is Cheryl, and the only desserts we do not make are the cookies we get in, and we get those from Casey's Bakery. So other than that, I would say, I'm not going to say all, because there are some things we do purchase, but 95% of the bars and cakes and things you see, we are making in-house.
And do you like to bake, or do you just not like baking?
I like baking. Baking does not like me.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's because I was taught in school that cooking is an art, not a science, right? So I don't measure. I just kind of do things, and I know enough that it works. Baking is much more of a science. You have to be precise and measure, and it's just not my skill set. I'm sure I could get there if I did it a lot. I pay somebody else to do it.
That's the best way to do it, is to just have somebody else do it.
Yeah. It's not a passion of mine, so.
Okay, and the last audience question that we received, which I assume, again, you will answer with emailing them, but will you be sharing more Dort Dining recipes for more desserts? I assume referring to the videos that you've been posting on Dort's Instagram, you making something.
I just filmed 2 videos yesterday morning. So.
About what? Can you tell us?
Probably should wait.
Okay, can you tell us the genre? So is it a dessert? Is it a regular
A breakfast,
sandwich?
A dessert, and an entree.
Nice. Okay.
Wow. Are you enjoying making those videos? Is it like a dream come true? A little cooking show that you always wanted?
I never thought of myself as being that kind of chef. I was always kind of a back of the house type of person. I didn't like a lot of the spotlight. I am enjoying making the videos. And they approached me about doing the Defender sandwich. And then that was a big hit. Did we do the sandwich first, right? And then we did, what was the next one? Crunch?
The Crunch, yeah.
Yeah. So we actually filmed both of those together. And the sandwich came first. And that was a big hit. So they decided to put the Crunch out. And then that was a big hit. So they decided to do the rest of them now. So we'll see how long it keeps going. Probably depends on how long you guys keep watching them.
When you started filming those videos, what made you decide to be yourself and not like be full Guy Fieri, like super crazy?
Because I've never really liked people like that. Like, I think Emerald is so over the top when he's like bam all the time. That's just I'm not afraid of who I am, and I'm gonna be who I am with everybody, right? So
now, would you be willing, if you made another video, to just yell bam every time you did something?
No, but they did make me film a bunch of catchphrases this time, so I don't know what they're gonna do with that. So we'll see what happens.
I'm very excited for this next video now.
So am I.
Yeah, and they're fun. They're ones that people are gonna enjoy, and they're recipes that I don't normally share. So we'll see.
What's one recipe that you'll never share? That's just like super secret.
I don't think that's not true. I have a recipe that I'll never share. It's for lavash dip, but we don't use that at Dort, so you guys don't really know what that is. So, yeah.
Well, fine.
Fine. Maybe I'll make it for you sometime if you come back to visit us.
Okay, sounds good.
I'll do that. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Juice, are you out of
I'm out of audience questions.
Well, great. Are you ready for your activity?
Oh, wait. I do have another question before we do. This is a question that my dad thought of for me that he's asked. So let's say you're like Tom and I. You're graduating. You're going to be in an apartment. You have maybe an oven, maybe a
Yep.
stove. What recipes would you suggest that are easy to make for maybe 1 to 2 people? For someone who, like me, for example, doesn't bake or cook or do anything because I live off of peanut butter and jelly and ramen. Are there any
Right.
like easy recipes you'd suggest that I don't know are easy to make and still taste very good?
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna want to start out with simple things, roasted meats. Um, Keep it simple, right? Think of starch, protein, vegetables. Roasted chicken, a little salt and pepper goes a long way, right? Just start basic, and then as you get there, you can start searing it and then roasting it or grilling it. Um, but keep it on the easy side, right? If you just have a stove and some frying pans, you can do a lot with that kind of stuff. Instant rice at the store, vegetables in the freezer section that come in microwavable bags, whatever. I'm not above it. I understand where you guys are at. It's all good. Um, Eventually, you'll move into hopefully cooking fresh vegetables, which is what I prefer personally. But um, yeah, the internet is your friend, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't be looking for those stupid 5-minute meals. That stuff's ridiculous and it never actually takes 5 minutes. Start with something, just allrecipes.com is great. I pull stuff from there all the time and then just tweak it to make it work for us. Look and see what's trending, right? What's popular. What do you have in your fridge? I've got chicken and potatoes. Okay, so just Google that, and you're going to get a million hits as to what you could possibly do with that. Find one that's going to work for you, and just play with it. It's going to take practice and time, but I have faith that you guys can get there.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, and
Or
if
at
worse
least I
comes to
would
worse,
like
you
to
can
hope
always
so.
send me an email. I'll give you some hand if I can. If I can.
That would be awesome.
Perfect.
Okay, now
Um,
that's the last question I have, unless you have
Yeah,
another one.
well, while you get the recipe or the not the recipe, the activity set up,
yeah.
can you just say about like where the Commons gets the ingredients, like their produce from?
Yeah. So during the fall and the spring, the majority of our produce is ordered from the cornucopia, which is run by John. I can't pronounce his last name. I just call him Farmer John. But the cornucopia is about 10 miles north of town here, and it works great for us. There's very few places where you can go and say, I received produce that was literally picked this morning. Half the time our potatoes were dug the day before, or the lettuce we're getting was picked the morning of, and we're washing it and cutting it fresh for you guys. Um, it really is an ideal situation for us. We order a ton of beef, literally it's actually like 6 tons of beef from the farm every year, and we feed that to you guys for as long as we can. And yeah, we're just looking to grow that. All our honey that we purchase is local within 10 miles. So really, it's a really great program we got going on.
That is awesome. Now, what we wanted to do for your activity is have you coach Jason and I through cooking something, but
Okay.
then we realized that we can't do that because
Because you
it
don't
would
know how to
involve.
cook.
Well,
Well,
that is
that,
one
but
problem,
also,
yeah.
All right, I'm going to tell you
well,
right now, you guys need to learn how to cook. The ladies love a man who can cook, okay?
I hear
It's
you. I'm just
impressive.
saying, like, we would have to have like ovens, preheat, and like it would just be too complicated. Jason's
a lot
whole
of effort.
setup where we can stream is like in his basement, away from everything. It's a
Yep,
hard.
it's
It was
true.
too
It would be
complicated.
unless you wanted to tell me how to make a sandwich in front of people, which I don't think would be very exciting.
I mean, you could make
So,
it exciting.
that is true. I could make it exciting, but yeah. Anyway, so
All right,
instead,
moving on.
instead we have a theme for brackets, and I accidentally locked my phone. There we go. We have a theme for brackets here on the show, and so we made a bracket of 2 things from the grill, and also the rest being commons food. And basically, we want you to pick either, I don't know how you want to do it. You can do it which one you think tastes the best, which one you enjoy making the most, or something like that. Whichever way you think about how you want to do it. So
Whatever tickles your fancy.
exactly, whichever one you think should win, and then eventually we'll make our way down to either, like I said, your favorite to cook, what you think the students enjoy the most, that kind of thing. So
Okay.
at the top, starting us off, we have the seafood night, which is usually the I don't even know what it is. It's scallops
It's like
and
shrimp, scallops, stuff just all deep fried in the different
Yeah.
bowls.
Yeah.
versus the wings that happen on Wednesday.
Wings always win. Wings are going to
always
be number one
win.
probably.
Oh my goodness, dude! The markers are always way too big for me on here.
What is your favorite wing flavor?
Parmesan garlic.
That's a quick
Really?
answer.
Yeah. What's your favorite? Hey, enough. Come here.
Probably this. Is there like sweet chili? Is that one that you do?
Yeah. Yeah, we do
Yeah.
that all the time. Sweet chili and barbecue we have every day. Usually the third one rotates around.
Yeah, I'm a big sweet chili guy.
Just so I do enjoy the sweet chili, but it's so all the time. Change it
Yeah.
up, Tom.
Yeah, come
Okay,
on, Tom.
Variety
I
is
do
life.
eat the other kinds. I'm just saying that I like sweet chili.
Okay, all right.
Okay, moving on. We've got the roast beef that is usually served on Sunday that people can get after church for lunch, against morning omelets that are served at breakfast.
I think omelets are more popular.
Going for the omelet. I agree. The omelets are very good, especially for breakfast. They're easy to make, easy to eat. That is one thing I do know how to make. I do know how to make omelets.
There you go.
And
That'll
I
work out
learned
good.
that this semester, so that
You can only serve breakfast for dinner so many times, though, buddy.
that is true. Very true. Okay, moving on. We
Did you
got.
know?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Tom.
Did you know that you, meaning Chef Nick, not Jason, are
Yeah.
the one who taught me how to make omelets when I worked for the Commons?
I remember that. That was a long time ago, man.
It also took me a long time to learn because I'm very bad at making omelets.
You'll get there.
But now I'm good because I was under your tutelage.
And you had to make like 50 of them at a time, man.
This is true.
Practice makes perfect.
It does. Okay, now moving on down, we have the burgers that are served at lunch and is it dinner now too? Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, so dinner now too for either lunch or dinner versus the mac and cheese.
I pick mac and cheese just because I hate burgers.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I enjoy burgers personally. I think it's ridiculous the number of burgers we serve on a daily basis. We'll say that.
I was going to say, yeah, the burger line is always usually pretty full regardless of what time it is.
At the beginning of the year, we'll serve about 400 burgers a day.
Jeez,
that is crazy.
That is
2,000
very
burgers
crazy.
a week, right? Those are quarter-pound burgers, so that's 500 pounds of beef a week we're just putting into burgers.
That is crazy.
Yeah, I did not know.
Did you know the best thing I probably ever ate at the Commons? It was one of the specialty burgers you guys do.
Yeah.
Like you do them. I don't know what the schedule is.
Yeah.
But it had like coleslaw and barbecue sauce. It was just like the greatest thing that was ever in my mouth at the
Probably
Commons.
an onion ring. Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
I'm all for those specialty burgers.
Yeah, we hope to start doing more of that stuff again in the fall.
Okay.
Great.
And then next we've got the chicken cordon bleu, which I personally love. It's one of my favorite things, and the noodle bowl.
I'm going to pick noodle bowl because that is my favorite concept that we make right now. Sorry, buddy. You lost.
It's okay. You know, it's all about opinion, and I mean, when we had Travis Else on, he took out Queen in the first round of the music thing that we had, and that did not make me happy. And I still don't understand his decision, but hey, I mean, I'm not the one picking here. Okay. Moving on, we got the chicken fried steak and the turkey, and I know you said you don't like turkey, so I feel like I know which this one is going to be.
That's tough, though, because those turkeys are delicious. But I'm going to pick chicken fried steak.
Yep. I agree with that. I do like me some chicken fried steak. Okay, and sticking with the theme of steak, we've got Philly cheesesteak and the rice bowl, which just made its appearance at the Commons recently.
Yep. I mean, is Philly cheesesteaks really a steak, though?
You would know better than me.
Yeah, I have no idea.
We're going to go rice bowls.
Rice bowls.
Yeah. Philly cheesesteaks are popular, but the rice bowls are probably more popular.
Oh my goodness.
Which sauce do you recommend on the rice bowl?
I personally really like the coconut curry we make, but we don't make it all that often because it's not all that popular. So
yeah, coconut.
I mean, it's popular, but and compared to like the Thai peanut and the Korean barbecue, it's not popular. So.
Right.
Okay, and then next we've got the burritos against the lasagna. Lasagna. I was thinking the same thing. Lasagna is amazing.
The Defender versus grilled pizza. Is that even a competition?
I feel like no, but Tom made me put grilled pizza in there, so.
Does Tom like grilled pizza?
Tom?
I used to really like grilled pizza.
Yeah.
And then my stomach couldn't do it anymore.
I was going to say, you can only have so much until it's like, eh. So I take it you're going for the Defender then?
Yes.
Okay.
In my new building, we're going to have a pizza station, and we're going to do some fun stuff there.
Why did you change all the things once Jason and I left?
Yeah, come on.
You know, one of the questions you had on here was what are the biggest challenges to being a chef at a place that feeds so many? I was ready to answer that one. You guys didn't even ask that.
Yeah, come on.
Okay, what are the challenges? I'm ready now.
You're ready now. The biggest challenge is the continued need for change, right? So you guys are eating at essentially, it's like going to a restaurant 50 days in a row, right? So the continual need to have new things to keep you guys excited is the biggest challenge.
That makes sense. And now, I don't know how much you can talk about this, but the word on the street is that the Commons is getting a pretty big revamp in the next couple of years.
Hopefully. Yeah.
Yeah. So is that why you took rice bowls from the grill and are now getting a pizza station since Jason and I are leaving?
The pizza station will be in the new building. I'm not getting a new one until we get a new building.
Okay.
We took rice bowls from the grill, quite honestly, because that space was not designed to function as it was. It's too many people going through there at once, right? We put the rice bowl concept in there. Jake created it. I didn't create it. I can't take any credit for it. Jake created the rice bowl concept to hopefully take some of the heat off the sandwiches. It didn't do that. It just made the grill busier. So the space, it was just overworked. It couldn't perform and do, they're making 1,000 pieces of grab and go items a day, which would be the salads and the hummus and all that kind of stuff that they keep in the cooler. 1,000 pieces a day. So then to add on top of that 200 or 300 rice bowls and 300 or 400 sandwiches, it's just too much for that space. So I understand everybody misses the rice bowls in the grill. I'm sorry, but we have them in the dining hall. You guys can come enjoy them there. There's nothing to stop you from doing it up there too. And it's all you can eat in the dining hall. I mean, isn't that a better situation?
Yes.
I think so.
For the rice bowls, at least, yes.
Well, and we post the menus. You can come look at it. You know what week it's going to be on. So.
Yeah.
Now, instead of moving back to the top, I think we're just going to tackle it from the bottom. So now we've got lasagna against the Defender.
Probably the Defender.
Ooh, the Defender moves on.
That's going to be tough. Defender versus wings, probably.
Okay, let me zoom out.
Did you invent the Defender sauce?
No. To be honest, that was a sauce that we used to purchase, and they discontinued it. So we had to come up with something that tasted similar. So that's what it ended up being.
Well, it worked out because it's amazing.
It did. It's a little different. If you were able to get some of that sauce we were getting and comparing it, the old one was a little bit more, I guess zesty is the word I'd probably use. Not that zesty memes is allowed to use that on me now. But that it was a little more zesty, and we have to add bacon to it and stuff. But it works out good for us.
Okay, so now we have the rice bowl against chicken fried steak.
I don't know. What do you think, Jason?
Dude, this is tough. I mean,
that is tough.
Okay, this is truth time. I have only had a rice bowl once in my entire 4-year career at Dort.
Dude,
and that
you're probably gonna get shot by subscribers.
I know. So, and the rice bowl, the only time I had it was when the Commons took over it this past semester. So, one of the last meals I had at the Commons before the whole virus thing happened was a rice bowl. Chicken fried steak, I had so much from my freshman to senior year.
Yeah.
But the rice bowl, the one time I had it was so good. So I would, and I just locked my phone again. I would go for the rice bowl.
I would take chicken fried steak.
But it's hard to say.
Being devil's advocate, that's why.
Yep.
I'm gonna go rice bowl.
Rice bowl, okay. Rice bowl. Moving on, and now, Tom, your opinion was noted though. You were wrong.
It's okay. I mean, it's just a classic, and it just tastes so good. When I go to a restaurant and they have chicken fried steak on the menu, it's usually what I get.
Okay, and then we have the noodle bowl and mac and cheese.
That's tough because those are both my concepts. Mac and cheese is probably more popular than noodle bowls.
Mac and cheese it is. Moving on.
So when you eat the mac and cheese, do you get the spicier of the cheeses or the regular cheese?
I usually go with the spicier of the two.
Same. There's somebody I know, I don't even remember who it is, who gets half and half, and that always
Brendan, isn't it?
Confused me.
Yeah.
But
okay, and at the top we have wings and the omelet.
Wings
moving on. And
here's where it gets tough.
Yeah.
Okay, now we've got wings and mac and cheese. Wings moving on again. Not even a hard decision.
Wings are always the big dog.
And at the bottom we've got the rice bowl and the Defender.
That's tough. What do you think?
okay, this is where the bias for me comes in. So like I mentioned earlier, I've had the
Right.
rice bowl once.
Yeah.
The
How many
only
defenders have you had? Can you count that
Yeah,
high?
well, that's the thing, is the only hot sandwich that I've ever gotten from the grill is the Defender. So
That's the
I am
only one you ever
yes.
tried
So
in the
I
4
am
years you were.
yes.
Oh my goodness! I'm a
So
little disappointed in you now.
it's okay.
The sweet onion
Many
chicken teriyaki, you didn't have that one at all,
nope.
ever,
Mm-mm.
dude.
So usually when I would go to the grill, if it's hot meal, I always got the Defender and whatever side I wanted. Usually caramel
Right.
apple oatmeal cookies, which are just amazing. If I got cold meal, I always got chicken bacon ranch wrap or the turkey bacon wrap.
And
No,
so you
that
know the
that is
Chick-fil-A
the
meat you ate
three
there too
things
much.
I only got ever at the grill.
Okay.
That's so consistent
I
and
know.
impressive in a way.
Well, see, and that people would always say like you're gonna get sick of it, but I never got sick of it because I'd usually spice it up. I go to the grill for one meal, go to the Commons for another meal, so I'd at least have some kind of diversity in what I was eating.
Yeah.
Sometimes it gets kind of dull, but I mean most of the time. I guess I got salads sometimes too if I was feeling like I should cut down.
Healthy.
What would
Yeah.
you both say is the proper bread to have the Defender on?
Pretzel bun, gotta be
French bread. You gotta do classic.
Toasted or non-toasted?
toasted.
Toasted. It's
Yeah,
the only option.
you gotta keep it toasted every time.
It's not toasted. It's just not the same.
I agree. So to
What do you
answer
think,
your
Tom?
question, I would pick the Defender because of my.
We
my
all know what
extreme
you're gonna
bias.
pick. The only thing you ever ate. Yeah,
Yep,
we know.
basically.
I would take rice bowls.
But again, this is not my decision. This is your decision. So
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna go. We'll do rice bowls.
the rice
Aha.
bowl moves on.
Yep.
And now we
Rice
have
bowl. That's another video we did. I forgot about the rice bowl video.
and we've got the rice bowls and the wings. What is the favorite to win it
That's a
all?
tough- Wings are always gonna be favorite, but rice bowl's probably a close second.
And the wings, just like that. I would
Yeah.
agree. I would actually. The wings are one thing that I love the most about the Commons.
Doesn't matter. Whenever you come in there on Wednesday, that line is always backed up into East Commons, not West Commons, East Commons.
So good. And the amount of options you get too is what makes it so good also. You don't just get the same wings every time. It's great.
Yep.
Well, I mean, that is all we had for the activity. Unless I'm missing something, which I
No,
don't
that's
think I am.
perfect. Thank you so much for joining us. We
Yeah.
appreciate it, and we were so happy when you agreed to come on.
We love the
It's
diversity.
been fun, guys. We're gonna miss you at Dort. Tom, congratulations on your fellowship. That's pretty awesome, man.
Thanks. I did it for you.
Oh, I'm sure you did. Yeah.
Only you.
You're gonna have
did
fun
you-
over there. That's a great place to live.
I'm really excited, and I'll let them know that you discipled me
I discipled you. Okay.
how to make an omelet at least.
Are you? I don't know how that works. That's part of Hope?
It's on the same. They share a campus. Like
So do you get a meal plan and all that stuff, or how's that work?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I have not looked that far into it. Is there anything that you want to say to the world, all of Defender Nation?
Since the
We're
world does
missing you
watch
guys.
this.
Jake and I were talking today that it just seems very surreal. We're not getting that closure we normally get, saying bye to you guys at graduation and hosting these big meals for you guys. And it's just kind of sad that we're just shutting down and not really saying goodbye to everybody. So we miss you guys. We're looking forward to seeing you in the fall. Seniors, come back and visit us. We'll be happy to show you what you're missing. So
Awesome.
Great.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
yeah, have a good day, guys.
Yeah, you too.
You too. All right, Jason, you can sign us off.
As I do. So,
As you do, I'll critique it as I do.
yep, as you do. Thank you all for watching episode 11. This will be on Instagram later. As always, like we said in the beginning, in case you're just tuning in now, we will not have an episode on Friday. It is graduation for Tom and I, so we're not going to have one at all. Also, we will be posting a poll on our page either later today or early tomorrow. I don't know yet when I'll actually remember to post it, so it'll be sometime soon. Asking if you would like us to keep doing the show over the summer. If you do agree, this will also have some circumstances where we will probably do less shows because Tom and I will be busy, and we will also have to do it at a different time, probably later in the day, just because we will both be working. So,
And it just might look different.
yes, because we will be in different places, more than
Right.
likely. So, if you are okay with this, vote yes on the poll. If not, vote no. And honestly,
If you are okay with this.
if you aren't gonna watch it, even though you would like us to keep going, please vote no. It at least helps us like figure out
Yeah.
if it's worth doing. So participation on the poll would be amazing, just so that we know, because Tom and I don't want to waste our time and your time
Right.
in getting people to
And
interview.
be honest on the poll. Like, don't just be like, yeah, if you wouldn't actually like actively watch. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
That's
So,
good.
and that's what matters. So, like Tom
Right.
said, if you're actually gonna watch it, vote yes. If you still like supporting us, but you're not gonna watch it, just vote no. And we care, but we don't care at the fact that you aren't gonna watch, just because it helps us understand who is actually gonna watch the show. Hopefully that makes sense. I don't think we need to explain it that much. I'm pretty sure you got the point when we started. But so yeah, that poll will be up soon. This episode will be up soon as well if you want to watch it again. Thank you for watching. Tom, do you have anything else before we end?
No, I'm sorry that I cut out at the beginning.
It's okay.
That's all.
And
So,
I guess I should end with a cool catchphrase like I did with Stay Defended.
oh boy.
Keep up the shield, defenders, and remember to defend yourself in every way that you can. Thank you for watching.